Hello and welcome back. If you're new around here, then hi, nice to meet you. And if you are returning, then thank you very, very fucking much for coming back. Today is going to be another new makeup nonsense bingo. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm pretty sure I am saying that right, but you know, I'm not great with pronouncing things at the best of time. Tongue twisters aren't my best. Today we are drinking rhubarb and ginger cider as this extra special finest. Thing is, I've just literally, like, I've got a straw in it, look, and I can't get the fucking straw out. Not only that, I just took a swig to try and like get the straw out. I nearly choked myself because the ginger is so fucking burning hot. You know how ginger can be a bit spicy? It's fucking spicy. Anyway, so I think you're gonna have to watch me deep throat this bottle throughout the video because I can't get the fucking straw out. For any of you who do not know how this works, if any of you have not seen my last video, I will put it up here just so you know how to play the game. I'm going to say from the get-go, this is not my brainchild. It never have been, never will be, and I am not that fucking creative when it comes to new things. But this is originally from a lovely lady called Emily Hanhan and Theresa is Dead. Two people that I absolutely adore watching and think this is a fucking fantastic way of looking at new makeup, having a little think about, would I buy it, won't I buy it, is it shit, is it decent, having a little bit tea shade thrown, and playing bingo. And when you get bingo, like when you get a mark on your card, you're supposed to have a drink, but I generally just drink throughout. Today we will only be having the light and fruity ciders. We will not be hitting hard liquor like I did last time, pretty much because it is still a Thursday afternoon here in Scotland, and I thought, yeah, we like to drink, but I really better watch what I'm doing. Anyway, if you fancy joining in, if you want to play, please go and check out Emily or Theresa's videos. I will link them down below or up here in the corner. I will also put the little bingo card up here on the screen so you can see it. Again, both devised by Emily and Theresa, not me. And what I do is I have lots of things on my phone, little pictures that I've saved over the last month. I put a number next to each picture, and then I do a random number generator on my laptop and I call myself bingo. That's how it works. If you like the sound of that, then keep watching. Okay, so the first number, I'm drinking anyway. I know I've not got bingo yet. Okay, the first number is 7. And in my little book of tricks here, that is, I've seen a lot of people speak about this. This is the Friends Revolution collaboration. Okay, so I'm gonna go out there because I've seen quite a few people speak about this and people being like, you know, I don't really like Friends, I don't get it. I feel like there's a lot of people nowadays, maybe people in their late teens, early 20s, who are almost riding a second wave of Friends. I might be completely wrong. I also seen a lot of that age group people saying like how they felt it was so inappropriate and, you know, had some problematic issues on it. I think there were a couple of problematic things about it, maybe more than a couple. But what I will say is, there was actually a really, like, a lot of good kind of, message, you know, that way, like in each of the program, each of the episodes. So yeah, they did say a couple of things, which I have to say, Friends is a product of its time and, you know, early 90s. But I don't know why. Why the fuck are Revolution bringing out makeup with regards to Friends? Who the fuck knows? I watched Friends when I was younger. And yeah, like Rachel was the one that worked in fashion, and you know, Monica's the tidy one that's a chef, and what's it, Phoebe? Phoebe's a bit floofy. I'm sure that's the word they use. And I'm like, okay, they each had their own style, they each had their own like thing going on. But to be honest, like makeup wasn't any of them. I don't ever remember watching any of the episodes. Phoebe's hair, Phoebe used to do some pretty funky things with her hair. Obviously Rachel's hair was a style icon moment. And then she chopped it short and again was a style icon moment. Monica had the frizzy thing in Hawaii, but basically I feel like I don't remember them for their makeup. The odd dark deep berry lip or brown lip that was very 90s, the odd red lip when it came into the kind of millennium and that era. I just don't remember them for their makeup at all. I don't even really remember them talking about it. I don't ever remember them being like, you know, does this look okay on me? Like, I don't remember it, so I don't understand why they're doing it. I think this one is a pure cash grab. Just because of nostalgia. I think people are riding that wave just now. They're making it as if it's a little bit like when Colourpop done the Disney princess stuff. I think Colourpop released all this like Disney princess stuff, although it was nicely done. It was made to look a little bit more artistic, not so childish. But I think that was a nostalgia thing. I think they're hoping that people kind of, maybe 25 plus I would say, but certainly 30 plus are going to look at this and be like, oh, remember Friends? Like, oh, I'm gonna buy. No, fuck no. And also, I seen this. Gonna put this little meme up here. Do you say meme? I say meme. My friend says meme. Who the fuck actually says meme? Am I the one that's saying it wrong or is it her? I don't fucking know. Anyway, this one here. I don't know if anybody remembers this episode when it was Joey's Ishiban lipstick for men. Now nowadays I see why that would maybe be frowned upon because anybody can wear makeup and they so should if they wish. But at the time, and even now, like if I seen Matt Allen wearing that, I'd be like, what the fuck you doing, mate? Like, that's not a nice lipstick. Get that shit off your lips. But it was more about the fact that Joey was such a masculine guy. He was so overtly masculine, and then because he's a desperate actor, he was like, I'm gonna do it anyway. That was kind of the joke. And I think nowadays people want to take the kind of, alright, well that's quite problematic because why can't men wear lipstick? Well, no, nobody said that. It's just more meant to be funny because Joey was this big masculine guy and he's wearing bright blue lipstick. I think that's what was meant to be funny. But I just seen that meme and I thought that's hilarious because that's exactly the route Revolution should have went down, as opposed to this fucking bland as fuck piece of shit that they've released and I just don't get, and I will not be buying. Alright, so next up is number 11. Number 11 on my board is the holiday release from Hourglass. A lot of this will be, and I'm saying holidays, festive, Christmas, you know, the baby Jesus, big old Christ up there, that kind of shit. I don't say holidays. I know it's a very American word to use, but we usually would say Christmas. Again, I know there are other holidays that are celebrated around that. I am not a practicing Catholic, but I should be Catholic. Doing a good job of that with the booze. But, you know, to me, I would say these are Christmas time releases. It's when the brands bring out all the shit to try and sell collections, sets, etc. This is going to be quite heavy on that front because they are all being released at the moment. So this is the one from Hourglass. My problem with this is, my problem, already there's a fucking problem. So the issue with this is, isn't this just the same shit they have brought out every single year? And I quite like the Hourglass dim lighting, like ambient powders. I like dim light and the, fuck that up. The ambient lighting powders, I like the dim light one. It works on my skin tone. There is an issue around the fact that they do not have enough colours to suit all skin tones, and I think for the size of the brand and the kind of, what's the word I'm looking for, prestige that they are holding, they should kind of be able to expand that, shouldn't they? I mean, it's a bit poor. But with that issue aside, I still think, isn't this just the same shit you released last year? So are they selling this to like the customers, the die-hard customers? Because I'm betting you the die-hard customers picked this up last year. So why would they need it this year? Or is it like to try and entice new people in? Because to be fair, how many people are going to need that many face powders? How many people are going to be able to use all of those face powders on their one face? Probably not that many. I think the smaller one is eyeshadows. It's very boring. Their lipsticks I have seen in reviews are meant to be very, very nice. I've seen a lot of good things about them when they came out. But I just think, like, it's boring. It's exactly the same. Their packaging is all exactly the same. Maybe sometimes it's brown. Maybe sometimes it's gold. Maybe sometimes it's silver. Maybe white. I'm sure they've got a white one. But it's always just the same shit. It is just always the same shit. And I mean, there are lots of brands like that. Like NARS very seldomly like change their packaging. They've only kind of started doing that quite recently. They've done the odd collection that's been different. You know, lots of brands have the same packaging. I'm not expecting everybody to be Colourpop and bring out a different fucking unicarton, different container for every single thing. But this is getting boring, to be honest with you. So I'm going to put that one under the complexion, is it complexion release? Yeah, complexion release with a terrible range, because it is, and it has been for ages. Number 2 is, okay, so this is the Alicia Keys, I don't even want to say beauty range. I don't know what the fuck it is, that is the honest truth. A while ago, your man, James Charles, kind of like shouted his mouth off about the fact that Alicia Keys was like, why are you bringing out makeup? You said you didn't wear makeup. I get that. I don't agree with him though, necessarily. I don't think, like when he was shouting about Lauren Conrad a while ago as well, and I just thought, you are so entitled. Like, he is. I'm sorry. If you're a fan of him, you do you. I know he's a young guy. I know he's young and probably needs to get a bit of maturity on his head. But also, I'm like, you're not 15, are you? Maybe in America it's a bit different. I know he's like, what is he, 21, 22 now? But at that age over here, you're still young, you're still dumb. But you can also vote, you can also drink, you can also get married, you can also own a home. So I'm like, yeah, you're young and dumb, but I don't remember being quite that obnoxious when I was that age. Tangent, you know how I like them. Anyway. So he was like bad-mouthing Alicia Keys, be like, how dare you bring out makeup when you've said you don't wear makeup? And I kind of see his point, even though he went about it in a bad way. And to be honest with you, I was like, yeah, well, why is she? And then I seen this, which is Keys Soul Care. And it's like body, spirit, mind, connection. Ugh! Like, I'm literally gonna spew all over my face. I just don't get what it is. Is it gonna be, I think it's gonna be like candles, some skincare. I don't get it. I really don't get it. You know, Jo Malone sells candles. I'm not saying that I own Jo Malone candles, but she sells candles. Fragrance. I get it. Fragrance and candles, they go together. Skincare and candles? If she started doing skincare, I'm sure a lot of people would be very, very interested. And she'd send it out to all these different influencers who would all be very much like, oh, it's very good, well done, Jo. But let's fucking face facts here. She makes candles, she does fragrance. Since when did she know anything about skincare? I don't understand how the two work together. I also have this feeling of it's like mind, body, spirit. To me, this looks like a bad MLM. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, you know those people that be like, oh, is it Beachbody or Airborne and all these things. If you are in an MLM, I would say no tea, no shade, but I have to be honest with you, you might want to get out of that. I don't think they're very nice things. Just gonna put it out there. But if you're making money, I don't know, you do you. I feel like this looks like a really bad MLM. I feel like this is the kind of thing that those people message you on Instagram and be like, I've got a great business opportunity for you. I sell a range of fragrances, candles, homewares, fizz sticks. And you're like, what? Why? Why do you sell these things? What the fuck do I need them for? Who needs them? Where is the gap in the market for this? That's what I feel about this. This just, to me, I don't understand. What do we need it for? Why do we need it? I don't get it. I'm going to put this one as a new influencer celeb brand because it is. Next up, 19. I'm having to jump about. You know what it's like. Oh, they're all over the place. Okay, another Christmas one. There's a lot of Christmas ones, sorry. So this is the Urban Decay Stoned collection. I'm going to say, right, so this is their Christmas release. The Stoned palette. I don't necessarily think this collection was supposed to be a Christmas release just because of the colour story of it, but I think they've managed to pull off a Christmas release with it because it's sparkly. And people like sparkle at Christmas and like going out in New Year and being glittery. To be fair, I've fucking done it. I've done it for years. You like a bit of glitter at Christmas. You go to the Christmas party, you got glitter on your eyes. I'm not shading anybody, I'm just saying I think they've kind of pulled that off by a bad situation that's happened with COVID. I don't think this was meant to be a Christmas release. This is damn tasty. I've had to take extra insulin for this because I imagine there's some amount of sugar in it. I've taken a couple of units for it. Anyway, just in case. If you've just found me through this video, I am type 1 diabetic. Clearly a very good one. I am actually. I'm also a nurse. I do know what I'm talking about. But I quite like me cider. So this collection as such includes all of the stuff, like the little like geode looking highlighter, the eye pencils, the butt plug lip glosses. That's what Emily says, and I'm like, she couldn't be any more right. They literally look like butt plugs. They really do. They just need a little tassel on the end so you can pull them back out. What I'll say is, when I seen this, especially when I seen the outside packaging, I thought, oh, Urban Decay, you may have piqued my interest. Then I seen the inside and I was a little like, okay. It seemed a little greyish to me. For all, you know, you think, oh, exciting, fun, like sparkle. It was a little greyish. I then seen swatches and I was like, that is so fucking bland. Like, I don't get it. I then seen Cara talking about the smaller palette, which I believe was available in Canada. I don't know if it's available here yet. And she was saying, like, she spoke about it, she tried it on, it looked quite nice. What I'll say about the smaller palette is that there are only 3 like sparkles, and then the other 3 mattes are fucking like drab as fuck, and they don't even go, the colour scheme doesn't even go. Like, how would you make an eye with those colours and the sparkle? I'm not entirely sure. I feel like if they were going to release the smaller palette, why don't you just release the smaller palette with all of the sparkles, and then release the bigger palette with the other options for people who maybe haven't got any Urban Decay stuff or haven't ever got a palette, who need the neutrals. For me, who has umpteen different palettes and used to be quite a fan of your Urban Decay, I would have been interested in buying the Just Shimmers because I know I've got stuff to work along with it, but they didn't do that. It's just a little drab. I don't think it's really hitting the mark. I think Urban Decay have been a little boring for a long time, and I'm gonna call this one a product that's a catfish, because it kind of looks like it should be better than it is. 14. Okay, this one isn't strictly makeup, but it is the Rio de Janeiro stuff, isn't it? Sol Janeiro, whatever it's called. The Bum Bum Cream, people. I spoke about this years and years ago, when people were like fucking going crazy about this Bum Bum Cream. I tried it in a mini. I was totally influenced. I thought, oh, everybody's talking about this Bum Bum Cream, I'm gonna try it. I tried it and I was like, it's a fucking body butter that kind of smells like coconuts, kind of smells like mango, kind of smells like holidays. Am I gonna pay that amount of money though for a body butter when I could go to, I don't know, the fucking Body Shop or wherever and pick one up a fraction of the price? Like, no, I am not. This is a little different. This is a body fragrance mist. Okay, fine. I feel like as well though, like, so it says revealed just in time for fall. I know that's Trend Mood that said that. I know that, like, that's not how they've marketed it, but it must be how they are going about marketing it, and that's why she said it. So just in time for fall. Now it's notes of caramelized vanilla, toasted macadamia, sea salt, white chocolate and coconut. Correct me if I'm wrong, but none of those scream fall scent to me. If anything, they almost scream summer scent. Is that because it was supposed to come out in the summer? Quite possibly. And they've gave it nice like orange neutral tones and put nuts next to it to make it look like, I don't know, maybe you would have like, people like roasted chestnuts at Christmas, don't they? Certainly whenever I was down in London, there'd be people toasting chestnuts and you would buy a bag of toasted chestnuts or whatever off them. It's a Christmassy thing, I think. Toasted macadamia? No, that's a different thing altogether. Caramelized vanilla? I don't... Vanilla is available. Oh, you're right. There's nothing about vanilla that makes me think of fall. Fall fragrances are, you know, more like cinnamon, pumpkin, that kind of shit, isn't it? Like maybe leaves, you know. Like, I just don't get it. I don't get why this is a fall thing. Anyway, what am I going to put this one under? Yeah, I don't think I can get a bingo for that one. Damn it. 1. What have I got as number 1? Ah, okay. It's Kim K. It's the Kardashians. Just a bit of back knowledge here. I've never watched an episode of the Kardashians. I don't know if I just missed the boat. I'm not really into reality TV show at the best of times. I watched Big Brother when I was younger, when it was very first out. But maybe the odd I'm a Celebrity. I don't generally watch reality TV shows. I never watched any of these kind of ones with celebrities. I mean, she wasn't really famous for anything other than being in that video. Just saying. Anyway. I don't get them. I've never got them. I don't own anything from the Kardashians. I don't think I ever will. This is them releasing Diamond 2 collection. It's like these jewels. So, what's their names again? Shit. Chloe is in the blue, which will be sapphire. Kim is in the green. I know who she is. Emerald. And what's the other one's name? I know there's like fucking 14 of them, but I'm gonna have to Google that. Hold on. Courtney. Oh yeah, no, I know who she is now that I've looked it up. She has quite body. She has body. I always thought out 3 of them, like they're all body, like they're not my aesthetic, but they're body girls. Even before they've had all the work done, they were all right. But I felt out the 3 of them. I know who she is now, and I felt like she was naturally bonny. I just liked her. The look of her. I don't know what she's like as a person, you know. Just phoning her up, asking how she was. But yeah, I won't pick this up. I don't get it. I think this is probably, I know that their show is ended now. I've seen a lot of people putting memes up being like, oh, it's the end of an era, and I was like, is it? Who cares? But yeah, I don't get it. So I think now maybe they are releasing even more of this shit just so they can keep selling stuff. And also this is KKW fragrance, which I'm sure is Kim, isn't it? Because she's Kim Kardashian West, because she's married to Kanye West, isn't she? So where do the other 2 come into it? I don't know. Should it not just be KK? No, that wouldn't work. That would not be a good thing. But they are okay. Anyway, just before I absolutely fucking hang myself here, let's just end that conversation. What am I going to put this under? Okay, I'm going to put this one under a bundle deal nobody wants, because you can buy them individually as fragrances and as a set of 3 for like $140 or some shit like that. Who needs that? Who wants that? I don't know, not me. Ooh, right. 5 is the newest Marc Jacobs collection as such. Again, I think this is probably one that was supposed to come out in the summer, is now being released as a Christmas option. A little weird because it's got cherries on it, and what cherries and Christmas have to do with each other is like me and Kim Kardashian West, quite frankly. Now, I have never used, no, tell a lie, I have used Marc Jacobs. I've used his mascara and some of his eyeliners. I think his stuff is quite nice. I'm not going to deny that. I thought the stuff I'd used was quite nice. I don't own any of his palettes. I quite like the long ones with like, they're a bit monochromatic, like they come in different colour stories. I don't hate them. I like the aesthetic of it. I think he's got nice like long sleek palettes, etc. But I wouldn't adversely like go and buy it. I wouldn't hunt it down. And the reason for that being is, one, I don't overly like designer makeup. High-end makeup, yeah, fine. But things like, you know, Armani Beauty, like Giorgio Armani or Tom Ford or even Victoria Beckham now, you know, these designers who design clothes who then branch into beauty as well as maybe fragrance and accessories, whatever, homeware. They just end up doing everything. I just don't generally buy stuff like that because I feel like, a little bit like what I was saying about the Jo Malone, if she'd started making skin, like since when did she start making makeup? And I'm sure he's got a team who are very adept and good at making makeup, but it's purely being sold on the back of the fact that it's got Marc Jacobs' name on it. And for me, I'm just like, I'd rather just have a nice packet and good makeup. It doesn't bother to me whose name is on it. I'm not into things that are flashy and say the name. I said this quite recently in my makeup palette tag, like I would rather have a plain black handbag knowing that it was from Yves Saint Laurent or someone than the one with YSL written all over it. I would rather have the plain black one. Even if I know that costs a lot, I don't need everybody else to know it costs a lot. And I kind of feel the same about my makeup. So I probably wouldn't reach for this, but what I will say is, for him as a brand, for the brand, for makeup, this is a nice change. It's nice to see that he's like put some things on the packet and made it a little bit different, because for ages it was just the black packets or just the white palette, or I think he had a gold one, like a gold shell for a while, and like a zebra one, but really there wasn't, you know, there wasn't a heck of a lot to happen with the brand. It was all very samey, but it's quite nice to see them doing something a little different. It's like what I said about a lot of big brands, like all the stuff is kind of samey. They do the odd collections at this time of year, for instance, or with collaborations of designers and stuff. I get it, and I kind of like this, and I have to admit I do think it is pretty cute. I do actually think it's very cute. Will I pick any of it up? Probably not, but this would probably be the one thing that would make me go, if I'd seen this in the summer, if this had came out when it was supposed to, I could have been tempted by it. I could have been. But what can I put this under? We're gonna put this one under same shit, new packaging. I think that one fits in great there. Alright, so 10 is this. Right, I'm gonna be honest, I don't get this at all. It's kind of the same thing as we were saying. Designer type makeup. Supreme, I don't even fucking know what Supreme is. I actually have no fucking clue. I know this is Pat McGrath. I know that is, you know, makeup artist, person, like Bobbi Brown, whatever. Been around for ages. Good makeup. Everybody loves it. Really good quality. I don't know what Supreme is. I know Supreme done something with Louis Vuitton a while ago. I know they've done loads of stuff. I don't know what it is. I genuinely have no clue. That is how old I am. That is how out of the fucking loop I am. So this year, I see no, like, what do I need it for? I have no idea. Pat McGrath, I'd rather just get a normal lipstick of yours if I wanted to pay an inordinate amount of money for a lipstick. But I hear a very, very good lipstick, apparently. But one with Supreme written all over it, no, what do I need that for? I don't get it. And I'm sure if I had it, and you know, if it was back in the day when we used to go to the pub and I pulled it out and there was some youngster next to me, we'd be like, oh bitch, Supreme. I'd be like, yeah, I don't even know what this means. I have no idea. I'm gonna put that one under a collab, someone who's not known for makeup, because I don't actually know what they are for. What are they known for? I have no idea. Please inform me, let me know. Number four is, so it's actually another Pat McGrath one. This is some of the, what do you call it, Christmas stuff from Pat McGrath. I actually thought this looked really nice. I think the colour story is a bit odd. Again, might be one that, not the colour story, not inside, the packaging colour story is a little odd. I feel it's like, again, one that probably was supposed to be released around about springtime because it's kind of rainbow, pinky, blue, things like that, but they're having to release it for Christmas, so it's got a load of gold on it and we'll pass it off as a Christmas release. In saying that, I think the inside of this palette looks beautiful. I think the colour, like the jewel tones, the rich, and from what I've seen of like the swatches of Pat McGrath makeup, it's very expensive, but I think it looks like it's very high quality. There's obviously smaller ones, little quads there as well. I don't think the quads look as exciting as the big palette. That's kind of annoying because there's not one of the quads that I'd be like, yeah, I'll pick that one up as a little taster. There's none of them, but the big palette I would be like, yeah, like I like that, but I just wouldn't like buy that bigger palette for that expense straight off the bat, just because I could probably go on a holiday for that, if I'm honest with you. Back when we were allowed to go on holidays, remember that? I think the lipsticks look really nice. Again, it looks like, maybe I'm wrong, but they've added in, because like there's the black ones and then there's rainbow, and these, I feel like the rainbow ones and the pink ones were probably meant to be part of that collection, but then the black ones I think look out of place. I don't know. I don't get it. There are obviously little sets you can buy, like little trios and stuff as well, but I don't hate this collection. I think it's quite nice. I think it looks a little different. I just feel like I probably won't pick any of it up, but I wouldn't, like if I seen it in a store. You know, it's one of those ones, I'm terrible for being in a shop and then being like, well, I'll just throw it in the basket. Whereas if I'm online or something, then I'm a lot more restrained. That's why in lockdown I've actually been not too bad. This is me being not too bad. But yeah, like I haven't picked up as much stuff because I am a bit more restrained. So I don't know if I'll pick any up. Maybe I'll treat myself to a basic bitch nude lipstick. But even that nude looks a little too nude for me. I'll see. I'll see what I think about it. What can I put this one under? Will we put this one under a rainbow palette? Yeah, I'll put this one under. Is it rainbow? It's more glitter, isn't it? I don't think I can get a bingo for that one. That's annoying. Okay, so this one, is it a Christmas one or is this more of a fall one? It's Too Faced again, people. Basically, I feel two ways about this. Firstly, the same as I said the last time. This is going to come under a product or a collab that just won't die. Because Too Faced, you've been doing the same shit for years. Doing the same shit, different packaging. It's all the same shit, basically. What I will say though, when I've seen these releases of the slightly smaller, like, what is it, a 6 pan and then like 2, I don't know if they're supposed to be face powders or like a highlight and a blush or something. I don't know. But like little mini palettes, I was like, that's kind of cute though, annoyingly. The salted caramel, gingerbread spice, like there's a kitty one that's like kitty like to scratch, and I just thought, I like cats. Yep, you've kind of won me over there. And then there's like something that's like light my fire. But when you actually look at the products in the pans, I couldn't tell you which one was what. Obviously they've put them in order of the way they've listed them. But to be honest with you, they could all be the same fucking palette as far as I'm concerned. The bottom one, the gingerbread one, has a little pop of pink in it and makes it a little bit different. The top one has a little yellow in it, makes it a little different. But really and truly, this is just like Too Faced. Too Faced as a company just won't die. They won't get any new shit, and they're boring the arse out of me, and I think this is going to be a product or a collab that just won't die. Ooh, okay, 16. I'm glad this has come up because I did want to talk about it. So, I have mentioned before on this channel that being in Scotland, we don't really have all the latest like releases, or we don't get all the stuff America gets, or we don't have access to so many indie brands, which by the way I have discovered so many in Europe recently. Thank you to Angelica. Again, I will link here, there, wherever, and I'm so glad that I've found so many kind of more local. Like Germany is not local to me, but it's more local. I can get it a lot easier than I can get stuff in America. So I've found loads of good stuff thanks to her. Thank you very much. This though is the new release from BH Cosmetics. I'm thinking this is supposed to be a Halloween release. I don't think it, you know, it's black and red, and I think it could probably be a Christmas release, but it's called Drop Dead Gorgeous and there's like oozy blood at the side, and the goth in me is dying to have this. Like, even though the likelihood of me wearing this big palette all the time is very slim, I think it's beautiful. I think it is amazing. I love the difference in it. I love the packaging of it. I love the marketing of it. The small one, I'm like, I just want to own it. I just want to have it because it's like drop dead gorgeous. I don't know, does anybody remember that Garbage song? Yeah, you drop dead gorgeous. And she was Scottish, so I don't know why she... Wait a minute, was that a Garbage song? No, Republica. Interesting fucking story, I will tell you. If nobody knows what song I'm on about, hold on. Hope I don't get like copyright striked for this. Right, I better stop it there because otherwise I'll definitely get some copyright strike, won't I? But yeah, it's like, my ex-boyfriend lies, yeah, he does it all the time. Does anybody remember that song? Very 90s, and it was by a band called Republica, and I met the woman from this band. My friend was in a band in London back in my early youth when I lived in London, and it just so happened that in his band she was friends with another guy in the band, and one night I came home from my internship and she was just in my living room. Cool story, bro, isn't it? Cool story. Fucking rubbing shoulders with the elite. Absolutely not. Anyway, so I remember that song. I remember the kind of 90s. I remember the early millennial film called Drop Dead Gorgeous as well. And I don't know, it just speaks to the absolute goth in me, and I think it's really, really good. And I'd love to try it. I think it looks amazing. I looked online and it is available on Beauty Bay, which I can get here in the UK. So that might just... I'm gonna try and not buy anything in October, but there's part of me that's just a little bit like, I could be a Halloween treat, right? At the end of October, I could pick that up. Halloween treat to myself, possibly. Maybe I'll just buy it at the end of September and then not buy anything in October. We'll see. I'm gonna put that one under It's a Witch Turkey Santa thing because I think it's supposed to be a Halloween themed one. Oh, okay, so 12. Next up is Posh Spice herself, Victoria Beckham. I have never tried any Victoria Beckham makeup. As I have said already, I'm not into designer makeup. I don't get it, don't quite understand it, but I have to say I kind of like this. I do kind of like it. I like the aesthetic of Victoria Beckham's brand. It's a little Tom Ford, I get it. It's sleek, it's this, it's that, the other. It's very fucking expensive. And to be honest with you, I've looked at these and yes, they're all nudes. I like the fact that there's a variance of nudes, so these could possibly work on other skin tones as well, other than just peely wally white people like me. Anybody who's wondering what I'm saying peely wally white, which in Glasgow basically means you're spit through, see through, because you're so fucking white. Like, you know, you go the shade a drumstick lolly is in the sun, pretty much. And sorry. And to be honest with you, I think that these will go on all sorts of skin tones. I also think that it's kind of a throwback to her as Posh Spice. Posh Spice always had relatively neutral makeup, but you know, a nude lip. I can imagine Posh Spice wearing these. I can imagine Victoria Beckham wearing these. And for that reason, I'm like, I like that. And she's called it the Posh Lipstick. I like that. I think it's like a little nod to a past that for a while, I think she was trying to like kid on, didn't happen. And let's face it, it's the thing that fucking made her famous. Wearing a little black Gucci dress, pouting a lot, not being a great singer, not moving too much, and just being generally posh. So I think it's quite good that she's called them the Posh Lipsticks. And I kind of like them, annoyingly. Now there is, I'm stretching it here, there is embossing on the top of that lipstick, so I'm going to put it under Pretty Embossing Basic Makeup, because it is kind of basic makeup, let's face it. Oh, this fucking bit of hair is driving me mad. I've washed my hair today, so it's very flyaway at the front. My apologies. Also, great wrinkles there. Sorry. Right, so we're gonna make this the last one, and my drink is nearly done. I've not drank as much today. I'm trying to be sensible. I'm getting a curry tonight. I'll have a beer with that. This was delicious, by the way. Very, very good. Bold and tangy. I would say spicy. Oh yeah, gentle warmth. Yeah, I would go with that. Anyway, just talking a load of shit here. But basically, I'm gonna say this one is SpongeBob. So was it last month I was like, did I talk about it? Last month I saved a SpongeBob beauty sponge. No, I don't think I did talk about it. I think I ended up talking about the Real Techniques one. But there was SpongeBob beauty sponges, and that is exactly what I need right now to get bingo. A sponge. So I'm going to use this one instead, because this is what's came up, and I think I'm just gonna eke it out there and say this is a sponge or a makeup remover of sorts. I don't know. So this is the collaboration with Makeup Eraser and SpongeBob. What? Why? I don't understand it. To be honest with you, when I seen the SpongeBob makeup sponges last month, I always save them into a little like gallery of things that I want to talk about. And I was like, what? Like, why? Who does that? I don't know, like maybe I've just missed the boat. I'm nearly 34, and I feel like if it was Rugrats, I'd be like all over that shit. Because, well, I wouldn't buy it, but I'd be like, fuck, remember the Rugrats? Like, I love them. Maybe Recess, Hey Arnold. I remember all that stuff. I loved it. Even Ren and Stimpy. You want to give me Ren and Stimpy? I'll be all over it like a fucking rush. But SpongeBob just wasn't my thing. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I'm too old for it. And even at that, this is that nostalgia thing I was talking about with the Friends release. If it's like, okay, we're gonna release SpongeBob. What self-respecting like 30-year-old women or 25-year-old women is gonna be like, yay, I want a SpongeBob makeup eraser. Do they? Do they really? And I know that's quite cruel, because I think there's a lot of people like kitschy things. I don't have any problem with that. I remember years ago watching one of X Barkage's videos, and someone being dead like, well, if you get rid of all those kids' toys in the background, then like maybe you'll be a bit more fucking respect. And I was like, mate, fucking fun police. Like, if she wants to have that in the background, let her fucking do what she wants. So I get that people have collectibles and what some people might think are toys, but they're more collectible figurines and stuff. Fine, absolutely. If you're on board with that and you're a collector, fucking great. But when it comes to makeup, like, do we need this? Does this need to be a thing? Who is using this? Who needs this? I might be completely wrong. You might be a massive SpongeBob fan and like, bitch, I am going to buy every single one of them. Squidward, Bob, the crab one. I don't remember anybody else. What was his friend's name? His little friend that lived with him. What was his name? The starfish guy? Patrick. That's it. Yeah, I know who they are. I also remember like there was a movie out a while ago, like a good while ago, but I don't understand where this release has come from. Like, what's the need for it? I don't understand it. Who is it for? Is there a new movie coming out? I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't know. So I'm gonna take that one as my fucking bingo and you can like it or lump it. And if you don't, well, that's too fucking bad. And that's me, out, done, finito. That is going to be it for new makeup nonsense bingo today, this week, this month, whatever. Hopefully get some more up next month. I did wonder, I'm really enjoying doing these, but also I wondered, you know, should I be calling it something else? I don't want to just be like, yo, I'm just going to call it that too, when quite clearly it is made by Theresa and Emily. Could I call it something else? Just bitching and moaning about makeup, is that an option? Tombola? Could I do that instead? I don't know, we'll see. I will be doing another one next month though. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you like it. I really enjoy doing them. If you did, then please comment down below. Please give me a little thumbs up, like, subscribe, all that shit down below. Instagram floating around about here. And otherwise, I hope to see you all again soon. Hope you're having a good time. Hope you're having a good life. Hope things aren't so bad in lockdown. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.